Connecticut will get the start at the small forward spot. Damaris Dantas back for her second stint with the Lynx, and Sylvia Fowles, we just talked about her. She'll jump it up here against Stephanie Dolson as the season is underway with the Lynx and the Sky here on a Saturday night. Glad to have you aboard. Danielle Robinson will bring it up here as the Sky come out in the man-to-man defense. Lynx went 2-0 in the preseason. The Sky went 0-2 in the preseason. Dantas tried to dump it inside to Fowles, got deflected by Dolson out of bounds. Now the shot clock got reset to 24. They're going to have to put that a little bit lower than that. It'll go to 7. So the Lynx, who have had just a ton of success in the Cheryl Reeve era here in Minnesota. It started back in 2010, but they won their first title in 2011. 6 trips to the finals in the last 9 seasons. Fowles, the elbow jumper, that rims off. Dolson will collect the rebound. Here comes Vandersloot, and picking the pocket of Vandersloot was Danielle Robinson, but it ricochets out of bounds. Both teams would like to force turnovers. James Wade wants to play at a high pace of play. Space and pace. Now the Sky were kind of middle of the pack last year in pace of play. He wants to be up there in the top 3. And preferably one of the top 2 pace teams. Here's Quigley, a good three-point shooter, and she nails it from the left angle. Allie Quigley, voted the best pure shooter by the 12 GMs in the WNBA. 3-0 Sky on top. Sims the penetration. Out to Collier, baseline drive. She'll hang on the shot, no, but a whistle and a foul. Allie Quigley fouls Napheesa Collier, and the rookie out of Connecticut will head to the free throw line to try to bring the Lynx to within 1. Now, I mentioned the Lynx 2-0 in the preseason. I'm not including their exhibition game against the Chinese national team. But one big question for both sides. Let's start with the Chicago Sky. And for James Wade, I asked him before the game, how do you go about changing the culture defensively for the Sky? Last year, they were dead last in defense. Offensive rebound, fouls, putback, no. Damaris Dantas with a putback opportunity. That rims off, and here comes Vandersloot. 3-1 Sky on top. Just 2 minutes gone here in the opening quarter of play. Vandersloot tracks it down to the backcourt. Shot clock is already down to 10 as she crosses midcourt. Vandersloot backdoor looking for Quigley, deflected by Sims. 8 on the shot clock here for the Sky. But not only was the Sky defense dead last in the NBA last year, it was at historic levels, giving up 109.4 points per 100 possessions. The highest defensive rating in WNBA history. And, they gave up 89 points a game, and a good inbound here as Gabby Williams dives to the rim and lays it in for 2. 5-1 the score. But what really hurt the Sky was actually things that happened at the offensive end, turning the ball over. 15 a game, and opponents turn those into 19 points. Here's Collier again being aggressive. Down the lane, draws a foul. She'll go back to the free throw line where she was 1 of 2 just moments ago. Collier is 6'2", and Cheryl Reeve said one of the adjustments for Collier is she played mostly power forward in college, and making that shift to the small forward spot, being out on the wing more. And already we've seen her be aggressive from the wings, driving in, and this will be her 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. So the Sky turned the ball over lots. That gave their opponents a ton of opportunities in transition and getting 19 points per game off of turnovers. Again, Collier splits the pair of free throws. The other area which really hurt the Sky was they struggled on the defensive glass, dead last in defensive rebound percentage. And as a result, you give up offensive rebounds and second chance points. And they were dead last in that category as well. Robinson's pull-up mid-range jumper rims off. Dolson with a rebound. DeShields on a quick hit ahead. Looking right side, it's now Vandersloot in possession. It was last year here in Minnesota at Target Center where Vandersloot passed Tisha Penichero for the most assists in a WNBA season. Her little runner and the scoop is off the rim, no, and the Lynx come back the other way. Robinson with a dribble handoff. Odyssey Sims looking to score a little bit more this season after being freed from Los Angeles the last couple of years. Sims gets the teardrop to fall. The Lynx are within 1 here. Chicago 5, Minnesota 4. Dolson's pass knocked away, and there's a turnover. Robinson with her head up, crossing midcourt, looking to attack Vandersloot. Does in traffic, draws a foul. There'll be more free throws for the Lynx. So opening weekend in the WNBA. We saw last night a couple of pretty good games. Atlanta defeated Dallas 76-72. And then Indiana gets by New York 81-80 on Tierra McCowan's layup at the buzzer. Spoiling a big night for Tina Charles, 32 points and 12 rebounds for the Liberty. Seattle came back and beat Phoenix earlier today. They were down by 14 in that game. They led by as many as 11, so that's a 25-point swing. They end up winning by 9. Danielle Robinson at the free throw line splits them. The Lynx have left some points at the free throw line. They're 3 of 6 to start the game. Tied at 5. Here's Allie Quigley. Now in her 11th year. Gets bottled up and drops it back for Dolson. Around the perimeter. Pull-up baseline jumper is short from Gabby Williams. And the Lynx will bring it up here. And check that. That was Diamond DeShields. The daughter of Delano DeShields, longtime Major League Baseball player, 13 years in the league. And Diamond's brother, Delano Jr., in his 5th year with the Texas Rangers. There's foul, shoving off on Dolson, and she gets called for a travel. Also could have possibly been called for an offensive foul there. She got the off arm into the midsection of Dolson and kind of shoved off. So Fowles, who's now entering her 12th year, 7 of those were spent in a Chicago Sky uniform. Traded to the Lynx in 2015. They won that WNBA title that year. Here's DeShields with it up top. Now Gabby Williams on the perimeter. Shot clock is under 10 here. Dolson, long 2 on the way is good. Stephanie Dolson able to knock it down. The 6-year vet out of UConn, 27 years of age. Sky lead by 2, 7-5. Lynx are shooting 1 of 6 to start this game. Lob inside to Fowles. The reverse lay-in over Dolson is there. And when the Lynx get the floor spaced offensively, well, that's going to give a huge opportunity to Sylvia Fowles for the Lynx to lob it into her and do exactly what she just did. Lynx force another Chicago turnover. That is their 2nd. And the Lynx will bring it up here. Tied at 7. Minnesota last year, their offense 9th in the league, so below league average, but their defense was above league average. They were 4th in the league in defensive rating. Fouls doubled in the block. She'll kick out to Collier. Up top, Sims. The lefty will fire a high arcing 3. It's offline to the left, and the rebound tracked down by DeShields. James Wade screams out to go, go. They push the pace off the Dolson. Kick out left side. It's Quigley again, and she buries it. Allie Quigley, 42% from beyond the arc last year, 43% the year prior to that. 3 times she's been in the top 10 in three-point percentage. She put Chicago up here early, 9-7. They said she had a foot on the line. That was only a 2. There's a 3-point opportunity for Sylvia Fowles. Got the jumper to drop, and she drew the harm. Tied at 9. First substitution for Cheryl Reeve will be Jessica Shepard, a rookie out of Notre Dame. Sylvia Fowles will take a seat. And that was Sims who actually got the 3-point opportunity, not Fowles. Now here is Katie Lou Samuelson checking in, wearing number 33. The Sky in their yellow uniforms, tops and bottoms with the sky blue trim. Lynx in their blue jerseys, tops and bottoms with the gray trim. Free throw is up and in for Odyssey Sims. That caps off the 3-point play, puts the Lynx in front by 1. It is their first lead of the game. Vandersloot off the screen, gives it back to the roll, and the finish by Gentel Lavender. Lavender now in her 9th year out of Ohio State, coming over from the LA Sparks just earlier this week. Nice pick and roll, Vandersloot and Lavender. 11-10, Chicago by 1. Jumping the passing lane is Vandersloot. She tracks down the loose ball, beats Lexi Brown to it, now drives behind the back. What a dish. And DeShields couldn't finish the layup. The ball's loose, out of bounds. It'll stay Chicago basketball. What a feed by Vandersloot, but Diamond DeShields could not finish the play, but the Chicago Sky will have the ball when we come back here on CBS Sports Network.
Make way for what's next. Make way for a new season. Make way for our league in a new home. Indiana, Connecticut, Tuesday at 7 on CBS Sports Network.
11-10, the Sky are on top by one. Just under 5 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Lynx nearly steal the inbound. But Diamond DeShields has it up top. And check that. That is not Diamond DeShield. It's Collier Copper. And she throws it away. Here's Odyssey Sims, cross-court, 3-ball on the way. Line drive, didn't have a lot of arc to that. And we've got a loose ball foul battling for the rebound. It'll go against the Minnesota Lynx. Lynx are shooting 3 of 10 to start the game. Chicago is 5 of 9, but what has hurt them are 3 first-quarter turnovers so far. And we're just past the midway point here in the opening frame. Vandersloot will bring it up now in her 9th year out of Gonzaga, 30 years of age. Gentel Lavender on the perimeter, guarded by Dantas. Vandersloot now with it against Lexi Brown. Inside it goes, and the layup no good with the left hand, grabbing the rebound. And pushing it up is Shepard. There's Odyssey Sims. Demiris Dantas, originally drafted by the Lynx. She'll lob it back door. Nice catch there. And the lay-in good for Collier. And she drew the foul. Another three-point opportunity for the Lynx. And Napheesa Collier will attempt already her 5th free throw attempt of this first quarter. Fouls and Robinson back in. Sims and Dantas will take a seat. And the free throw by Collier is up and in. So the rookie out of Connecticut with 5 early points, 3 of those coming at the free throw line. Here's Vandersloot, rubs off a high screen, left of the lane, back up top, and a drive and a foul by Fowles. Cheyenne Parker will end up at the free throw line for 2 shots. For Fowles, that's the first personal foul on her. And James Wade has a 5 on the floor right now. That includes Cheyenne Parker. Courtney Vandersloot. Katie Lou Samuelson. First free throw by Parker's offline. Kalia Copper is out there. And Lavender. Stephanie Talbot, now in her 3rd year from Australia. She was acquired earlier this week from the Phoenix Suns. I should say the Phoenix Mercury. Free throw is good. Sky trail by 1, 13-12. 3:45 here to go in the opening quarter. Fouls high post. Up top Shepard. Now Robinson. Back to Talbot. Wide open. She'll look at the 3, and it's offline. Lynx are 0 for 4 from beyond the arc. Vandersloot on the push. Copper takes a little contact, but that propelled her toward the rim, and she's able to finish with a scoop with the right hand. Kalia Copper, average 7 points a game coming off the bench for the Sky. James Wade taking over for Amber Stocks after 2 seasons. Stephanie Talbot able to knock it down. Talbot's got good size at 6'2". Cheryl Reeve going to ask her to score a little bit more than maybe she was used to in Phoenix, playing with Diana Taurasi and DeWanna Bonner, who had a big game earlier today. Shepard lowers the shoulder. That's going to be an offensive foul. She got the elbow out, and Jessica Shepard, the rookie out of Notre Dame, is called for the offensive foul. That is already the 2nd on Shepard. She's picked up those 2 fouls in 2 minutes of play. So the Sky will take control here, trailing by 1, 15-14. Vandersloot manning the offense. And throwing it back door, right out of bounds. Miscommunication there. That'll often happen early in the season as you see teams, you've gone through training camp, played a couple of preseason games, but the regular season is a different animal. And oftentimes you see miscues in the first couple of weeks of the year that those will get ironed out as the season progresses. Fouls, mid-post, turns, jumper, off glass, no, but a whistle and a foul. And that'll send Fowles to the free throw line for the first time tonight. The officiating crew here tonight, the crew chief is Roy Gobayan. Tommy Maurer made that call. And Katie Lukanich is our 3rd official. So Sylvia Fowles to the free throw line. 2017 most valuable player in the league. That first one rims off. Couple of titles, both with Minnesota in 2015 and 2017. 2-time finals MVP, 3-time defensive player of the year, 6-time all-league, 9 times in 11 years she's been named to the all-defensive team. 1 out of 2 for Fowles at the free throw line. Here's Vandersloot again trying to push the pace. Nice backdoor feed, and Samuelson will lay it in for two. Vandersloot picks up the assist. That's already her fourth in 7 minutes of play for Courtney. D-Rob, top of the key. Now down the lane on Vandersloot. Couldn't finish at the rim. Vandersloot did a nice job defending without fouling. Now Vandersloot on the push. Into the paint. Tried to dish it inside. It got deflected. Turnover, but the Sky get it right back. Vandersloot dishes it inside. Lavender gets her shot blocked with a whistle and a foul. Dantas got it clean up top, but there was contact down low. And Gentel Lavender will end up at the free throw line for two. Dantas out of Brazil, now 26 years of age. She was the last pick of the first round in 2012. Came to Minnesota in 2014 and then was traded to Atlanta in a three-team deal that brought Sylvia Fowles from Chicago to Minnesota. Here's Lavender at 6'4", now in her 9th year out of Ohio State. And at the free throw line, she's able to knock them both down. 4 points in 3 minutes off the bench. Sky up by 2 here with 2 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Dantas holding on the perimeter. Here's Lexi Brown. She got her pocket picked. Copper comes away with it on the drive. Down the lane, finishes off the window. The steal and the finish going coast to coast is Collier Copper. Ramirez Dantas will hand it off to Talbot. Sky lead by 4 here, 20-16. 62% shooting for the Sky early on, and we got a whistle and a foul on the perimeter. It'll go against the Sky. I believe it goes against Copper. So Cheryl Reeve in her 10th year as head coach of the Lynx. 213 wins all time. That ranks her 6th on the all-time wins list. She's won them all with the Lynx. And that is the most for a coach in WNBA history with one team. Van Chancellor, 211. Mike Tebow, 206 with Connecticut. So Dantas makes the steal here at midcourt. She's off to the races. Driving in, layup got blocked, but cleaning up the mess, that's Danielle Robinson. So 4 straight points for the Lynx. We're tied at 20 with just over a minute to go here in the opening quarter. Driving layup good with the right hand. And Gentel Lavender actually, that was Cheyenne Parker. Lynx throw it away, trying to get it to Fowles. Here comes Samuelson back the other way against Talbot. Here is Lavender with the ball. She'll turn, settle for the 18-footer. Comes up short. Rebound, Danielle Robinson. 40 seconds left to go here in the opening quarter. 22-20, Sky by 2. Pull-up jumper for Robinson is good. Robinson electing to go for the 2-for-1, assuming Chicago does not try to push it here. But Vandersloot knows all about the 2-for-1, and she pulls up on a mid-range jumper herself. And now Danielle Robinson signals the play with her right hand, dribbling with her left. And now Chicago will have the 2-for-1. Lexi Brown with it up top, off the foul screen. Brown will settle for the straightaway 3. That rims off, and the Lynx are 0 for 5 from long range. Chicago 1 for 1. 8 seconds left. Here's Vandersloot around her back, finds a cutting Parker. Her shot blocked by Dantas. She gets it back, fires it up to the rim. It comes off the backboard back to her. In fact, the side of the backboard, and they're going to award it to Minnesota. I think she lost track of exactly how much time was left. She knew that clock was winding down and had to get something up there. Now the Lynx have 1.4 to go in the quarter. And Danielle Robinson will take a 3-quarter court shot. That is a little bit short and off to the right. And we'll head to the second quarter with Chicago in front by 2, 24-22. This is the WNBA on CBS Sports Network.
Is he going back to the salad bar? It's endless ribs at Golden Corral.
Blue Ribbon smoked baby backs. And hickory bourbon grilled?
Ribs meet ribs.
Endless Ribs, Golden Corral, the only one for everyone.
Objective hidden targets. Level 1, 1 player.
Level 2, multiple players.
Street Freestyle.
Well-qualified lessees get a low-mileage lease on the 2019 Alfa Romeo Giulia for $359 a month.
The Pizzone from Pizza Hut. It's meaty, cheesy, melty, and you know it's big. The Pepperoni Pizzone is back and part of the $5 lineup. 2 or more, just $5 each. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
We tried 2 different real estate agents who both promised great results, but after almost a year on the market, we still hadn't sold our house. Then we found HomeLight, which promised to get us in touch with the top agents in our area. We went with the agent they recommended, and it worked. HomeLight's agent sold our house when the others couldn't.
HomeLight compares data on millions of agents, so you know you're getting the best agent for your needs.
Oh yeah, we recommend HomeLight.
Get started for free today at HomeLight.com.
Mom, thank God you're gonna be okay.
So relieved. But you both should know when my time comes, I have a final expense policy with Senior Care USA.
If you're over 50, call Senior Care USA now to learn more about final expense insurance plans.
When I called, the quote was free, and there was no pressure. Oh, so glad you'll be taken care of.
Call 1-800-747-9040. That's 1-800-747-9040.
Welcome to Quantico. The accused stabbed his commanding officer in front of 6 eyewitnesses.
I want some more time to investigate. Go pack. We're headed to a war zone.
For lawyers, we have to find out what happened.
I'm just waiting to hear something you can argue in court.
You accused a Marine of conspiracy. Be ready for what comes next.
Justice is whatever happens when the panel reads their verdict.
The Code, CBS Mondays.
After 1 quarter of play here on a Saturday night in downtown Minneapolis, Minnesota, the Chicago Sky and their head coach, James Wade, they've got a 2-point lead. Good news for the Skies. They're shooting the ball well, 56%. They've hit 1 of 1 from deep, 3 of 4 at the free throw line. Problem for them has been turnovers, 7 of them in that opening quarter. Lynx only shooting 37%, 0 of 6 from deep. So they have gotten to the free throw line 12 times, hitting 8 of those. Vandersloot, the pull-up jumper, air ball out of bounds. The Lynx will have their first possession of this second quarter. Odyssey Sims, Danielle Robinson, Jamiris Dantas, Sylvia Fowles, and Napheesa Collier. Starting 5 out there for Cheryl Reed. Pull-up jumper, Collier banked in from the free throw line. Good elevation. Don't know if she called glass, but it counts just the same. Collier from Jefferson City, Missouri. 4 years at UConn. Title back in 2016. Here is Lavender holding well beyond the arc. Now Vandersloot comes to. Already 5 assists for the point guard. She'll take it herself down the lane. A nifty finish over the outstretched arms of Dantas and Collier. And Vandersloot's got her second field goal of the game. 4 points, 5 assists. 26-24, Sky back up by 2. Perimeter foul here against Gentel Lavender. Nope, they're going to get Kalia Copper, I should say, on the foul. Vandersloot will take a seat here as Chloe Jackson checks in for the first time, the rookie out of Baylor. Hit a couple of clutch shots last year to give Baylor the title. Inside, good pump fake. And Collier was not able to finish, but she'll go to the free throw line for 2, and I believe she collided. And the head, it looked like they really knocked heads there. Oh, Collier goes up, and yeah, you can see her holding her head, taking the contact, and there'll be a stoppage of play here as they attend. And a timeout is going to be called by the Chicago Sky here. Yeah, this is going to be a full timeout with 8:50 left to go in the second quarter. We'll step aside here on CBS Sports Network. I didn't even see who that was. Was down, taking that shot to the head. She was able to get up under her own power and head over toward the Chicago Sky bench where she is being attended to. Napheesa Collier able to knock down the free throw. She's got one more coming. So both Collier and DeShields appear to be okay. But DeShields certainly took the brunt of that contact, and to make matters worse, she got called for the foul. 2 free throws by Collier. She is the leading scorer for Minnesota. She's got 9 on 5 of 7 from the free throw line. Gentel Lavender with it up top. On the perimeter here, Gabby Williams. 6 to shoot, pull up a mid-range jumper as an air ball on the right side, and Dantas collects the rebound and then throws the outlet pass away. And here is Gabby Williams. Her pull-up jumper missed that long. Odyssey Sims with the rebound on the hit ahead, looking for Collier. Went up over the back of Lavender, couldn't pull it down. Sky come away with the basketball. Quigley left wing. And we've got a whistle and a foul inside. Tommy Maurer will blow it against Demiris Dantas, who was battling with Stephanie Dolson inside. So tied at 26 through 1 quarter of play. The Lynx just 1 of 8 shooting outside the paint. They were 6 of 10 inside the paint. Chicago, meanwhile, 6 of 11 at the restricted area. So at the rim, just over 50%, but 4 of 7 outside the restricted area. But again, the turnovers hurting them in the opening frame. 2 minutes gone, second quarter. Pull up baseline jumper is offline. And here come the Lynx back the other way. That was Quigley on the missed shot. Chloe Jackson guarding Danielle Robinson. Now Collier flips it off to Sims. High post Dantas. 7:45 left to go, second quarter. Collier inside to Fouls. Tries to split the double, draws the contact, and she'll go to the stripe for 2. James Wade is not happy with Tommy Maurer. He has been barking at him for this entire first half. Oh, and a pretty loud clap there. That's awfully close to picking up a technical foul. But that double team was late. Lavender got there a little bit late. And Fouls was smart to go as quickly as she did, and she was able to split the 2 defenders before they were able to get shoulder to shoulder and wall her off. Free throw good, and the Lynx are now 11 of 15 at the free throw line, while the Sky are 3 of 4. Dantas takes a seat. Offensive rebound here for Jessica Shepard, who just came in for Dantas. Sims now on the perimeter. Shot clock got reset to 14. It's now down to 7. Danielle Robinson on the drive. Scoop up off the glass. No, Robinson goes flailing. And here comes the Sky back the other way. Gabby Williams. Out to Quigley, left side. Can she hit a 3? Missed this one long. She's responsible for the only 3 of the game for both sides. Runner in the lane for Sims, no good. Sky have the rebound. It's Chloe Jackson. Quigley inside, Lavender. Good ball movement here. Open 3 right side, nothing but net. And Gabby Williams able to knock that down. Williams 27%, just on about attempt per game last year. Second 3 of the game, both of them from the Sky. 29-27, Sky by 2. Sims, good hesitation move. Defense collapses. That leaves Fouls open on the weak side of the lane to lay it in for 2. Good penetration there by Sims. 6.5 left to go before halftime. Jackson. She's got it up top. Still dribbling. Right of the lane. Finds a seam. Runs into Collier. Blocks the shot. Boy, Napheesa Collier's been impressive for the Lynx here in this first half. The rookie's got 9 points. She's got a blocked shot. She's gotten to the free throw line 7 times. Chloe Jackson will take a seat here as Vandersloot's back in the game. Vandersloot, the longest tenured member of the Chicago Sky. This is their 14th year in existence, and Vandersloot is playing in her 9th season, all in Chicago. Sky failed to recognize the shot clock winding down, and that'll go down as turnover number 8 here in the first half. You know, in the 2 preseason games, Chicago averaged 22 turnovers a game. Odyssey Sims will bring it up here. Now her 6th year out of Baylor, 26 years of age. Helped lead the Bears to the 2012 title. Here's Lexi Brown, finds a seam, gets to the rim and finishes. Lexi Brown now in her 2nd year out of Duke. Lavender to the right side. There's Gabby Williams out to Vandersloot. 15 to shoot here. Vandersloot left open. The mid-range jumper is good. Courtney Vandersloot now with 6 points. She leads the way for the Sky. It's been a balanced attack. In fact, the Sky bench has provided a nice punch. 13 points. Lynx bench has scored 6. Whistle stops play. We're going to get a defensive 3-second call against the Sky defense. So a technical free throw. Let's see who steps to the line here. It'll be Sims. Odyssey shot 72% at the free throw line last year, 84% for her career, and she knocks this one down. Katie Lou Samuelson wears number 33, and you can check out the video at WNBA.com on draft night. In fact, right after she was drafted, they showed her a message from the guy that, the reason why she wears number 33. A guy by the name of Larry Bird had a nice personalized message that they showed her, and she was just blown away by it. It's a great video. You can find it at WNBA.com. Samuelson called for the foul here. That'll be the first on Samuelson. Sideline out of bounds here for Minnesota. Ooh, inbound thrown away. Gabby Williams off to the races. Driving layup good. Costly, careless turnover by the Lynx. That is their 9th turnover the first half. That's 17 turnovers combined between the two teams. 33-32. It's been a close one throughout. Fouls inside. It took a little bit of contact, but still able to finish right by Stephanie Dolson. Lynx back in front, 34-33. It's our 11th lead change. We've had 10 ties. Gabby Williams, nice backdoor feed to Dolson, but right through her hands and out of bounds. 9 turnovers now for the Sky. Just past the midway point of the second quarter on a season opener for both the Sky and the Lynx. Collier sets the high screen. Nothing develops off of that. Now here comes fouls to set the screen. Sims with a left-handed dribble into the paint. Back out to Brown. Long 3 on the way is good. A right angle triple for Lexi Brown. Lynx had missed their first 6 3-point attempts. Now they're 1 for 7. Dolson mid-range jumper. She's able to knock that down. 4 points on 2 of 2 shooting. Sky are still shooting well, 52%, 2 of 3 from long range. Lexi Brown off the Shepard screen. And Brown the drive. And a kick out right side. 3 ball up and in. Napheesa Collier now with a dozen first half points. That's the first 3 of her WNBA career. Samuelson's pass deflected. The Lynx come away with it. Looking to push here. A developing 3-on-2, and Brown traveled. Boy, another costly turnover. Cheryl Reeve wanted to create some offense. The Lynx are a different team this year, and they're just not as experienced as they've been in prior years where they can execute you to death in the half court. Cheryl Reeve talked about trying to create turnovers, getting points in transition, good on the offensive glass, getting second chance points. Here's Vandersloot down the lane, her floater off the back iron, no. Fouls the rebound. The outlet to Sims. 3:30 left to go here in this first half. Sims, nice change of speeds into the paint, finds a seam, floats up the shot, no. Shepard the rebound. Now fouls, baseline jumper from 14 is good. Sylvia fouls now into double figures with 10. And there is what I was talking about, offensive rebounds and second chance points. Parker tries to go backdoor to Quigley, but she airmailed that pass. That is 11 turnovers now on the Sky here in the first half. Collier with it. Now Lexi Brown. Shot clock is down to 10. Off the foul screen. One-on-one against Vandersloot here. Back to left side. Shepard run off the three-point line. She'll drive, and her pass got deflected. Sky don't come away with it. And they say that Chicago never gained possession of the basketball. So it'll be Chicago ball when we come back. 2:54 left to go in the second quarter. The Sky down by 7 here as the Lynx have opened up a 42-35 advantage.
How does
Lynx scored 22 points in the opening quarter. They've got 20 so far here in the second. See that man in the middle? That's Karl Anthony Towns of the Minnesota Timberwolves. He's flanked by Cam Reynolds and his head coach Ryan Saunders watching the game courtside here at Target Center. Sky turned it over out of the timeout. And here come the Lynx back the other way. Outscoring the Sky by 9 here in the second frame. Apparently does not go down as a turnover. Both teams have turned it over 11 times. Shepard will try a straightaway 3. That rims off. And Copper collects the rebound. Leah Copper in her 4th year out of Rutgers. Bottled up by Collier. Lavender now with it. Vandersloot, 5 of her 6 assists came in the opening quarter. There's Copper, left-handed dribble. Double clutches on the shot, missed it long. Shepard the rebound. Shepard will get it off to Lexi Brown. Now Collier with it, working against Vandersloot. Back out to Shepard. They go inside. Collier, the catch and the finish, but they're not going to give her the bucket. Foul occurred on the floor. And that is the 15th foul against Chicago, so that'll be free throws for Napheesa Collier. This will be her 8th and 9th free throw attempts of the game. Free throw off the back iron. So Collier did a nice job getting to the free throw line. She's only hit 5 out of 8, however. And James Wade starting to get more and more infuriated by the discrepancy in fouls and in free throw attempts. 1 out of 2 against for Collier. That gives her 13 points. Lynx have attempted 19 free throw attempts. The Sky have attempted 4. Lynx have been whistled for 5 fouls. Sky have been whistled for 12. And very quickly at the other end, maybe coincidence, maybe not. A foul against the Lynx. And it'll go against Napheesa Collier. Sideline out of bounds here is Katie Lou Samuelson. Will trigger in. 8-point lead for the Lynx. It's the largest of the game. Vandersloot to Quigley. He forces one up the free throw line and knocks it down. Quigley in her 11th year out of DePaul. Joliet, Illinois native. She's got herself 7 points. She led the team in scoring last year, averaging 16 a game. She averaged 17 the year before that. 90 seconds left to go in the first half. Sims gets airborne at the elbow. Now Shepard off to Lexi Brown. Fires on a 3. It's short. Shepard with a rebound. Another opportunity for the Lynx. Sims high arcing 3 on the way. Finds the bottom of the net. Odyssey Sims. The Lynx, who couldn't buy a 3 in the first quarter, were 0 for 6. They are now 3 for 5 in the second quarter. Quigley. And wow, looked like Parker traveled inside, but apparently she kept the pivot foot on the floor. She missed the shot. There's Sims on the push right of the lane, lost the handle. Now regains control and pulls it back out. Shepard again thinking about a 3. Lexi Brown, top of the key jumper. That is a flat shot, comes up short. 35 seconds left to go. 46-37, up by 9 to the Lynx. Vandersloot left of the lane, out to Quigley. Takes a dribble, throws up and off balance 3 and hits. I think she thought she was going to get the whistle. It never came, but she knocked down the 3. I think they're going to review this at halftime to see if it was a 3, but for now, it's a 3, and the Sky are 3 of 4 from deep. 46-40. Shot clock and game clock are nearly identical here. Off the high fouls screen, Sims cross court. Lexi Brown, run off the 3-point line, drives in, off to Shepard, layup, no good. Rebound, and the horn sounds, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So the Lynx, with a solid second quarter, able to take a 6-point advantage. 46-40, they're up by 6. Napheesa Collier paces the way with 13. Sylvia Fowles with 10. With their play on the home floor, they have been a tremendous home team over the last 9 seasons. So the Lynx will come out with their starting five of Danielle Robertson, Odyssey Sims, Napheesa Collier, Damiris Dantas, and Sylvia Fowles. And James Wade will send out his starters, Courtney Vandersloot, Gabby Williams, Stephanie Dolson, Diamond DeShields, and Allie Quigley. You know, I mentioned Diamond DeShields in the first half and her brother playing as a major leaguer with Texas Rangers. And you know, always in the beginning of the season, it takes a little while to get accustomed to the players. I misidentified her a couple of times. Delano called me out on Twitter, so I apologize to the DeShields family. Try to do a better job. It's great to see Diamond back out there after she took that shot to the chin in that first half. Stephanie Dolson at the free throw line knocks down the first and brings the Sky to within 5. See, that's the good part of social media. We can use it to be a positive thing. I can see the complaint, I can correct it, we can move on. 2 free throws, good. Dolson with 6 points and 5 rebounds. And the Lynx will get it to Odyssey Sims. Now Dantas in the high post. Whistle stops play, and a foul is going to be called away from the play against Allie Quigley. "32 years of age. Allie played her college ball at DePaul, left there as the 3rd leading scorer all time. She gets called for her 3rd personal foul in just 12 minutes of play. Lob inside, Collier able to finish up off the glass. 48-42, Collier the leading scorer in the game. She's now got 15. She's hitting an efficient 4 of 5 shots. Dolson off to Vandersloot. Off that Dolson screen, right of the lane. Back up top, here's Gabby Williams, open for the 17-footer. Battling for the rebound, Dolson couldn't squeeze it. The Lynx come away with it. Robinson on the push. Pull up top of the key, jumper on the way. That rims off. Allie Quigley with the rebound. Off to Vandersloot on the right side. Stop and pop, pull up angle 3 offline. DeShields couldn't snare the rebound. Ends up out of bounds, it'll be Lynx basketball. Now we've got some confusion here, as I thought pretty clearly that was Lynx basketball, and Tommy Maurer came in and overruled the crew chief, Roy Golbet. That's good officiating there. Talk it out. Gabby Williams putting some pressure on the inbound, but here's Odyssey Sims. As I mentioned, a +10 in that first half. Dantas. Played hard there by Gabby Williams. Here's Sims, open for a right side 3. That's an air ball long. Offensive rebound, Fowles, the putback no. But Sylvia Fowles will go to the free throw line for 2 shots. 10.7 rebounds for Sylvia Fowles. And she draws the foul on Dolson. That'll be her first. It's a second team foul on the Sky already here in the quarter. 48-42. Lynx lead by 6. And Fowles knocks down the first free throw. No organized basketball for Sylvia Fowles until the 8th grade. But then once she started playing organized basketball, yeah, it worked out pretty well. First ever dunk came in high school as a 9th grader. She did it 2 times in a playoff game as a 6'3" 9th grader. She knocks down a pair of free throws. The Lynx have now attempted 21 free throw attempts. And the Sky have attempted 6. Jumper drops in there for Gabby Williams. Williams with 9 points on 4 of 6 shooting. 50-44, still a 6-point Lynx advantage. Odyssey Sims takes it from Dantas, works off the screen. Hesitates, now finds a lane, layup strong, but fouls another offensive rebound. And this time puts it back up and in. Back-to-back possessions where Sylvia Fowles has snared the offensive rebound. And the Lynx now with 11-0 advantage in second chance points. Vandersloot penetrates the baseline and is bumped. I believe they'll get fouls on this one. And that'll be the 3rd on Sylvia Fowles. That's one thing the Lynx worked on at shoot-around, is trying to cut off those baseline drives by Vandersloot. That's what she likes to do. Opens up those passing lanes in the paint. And that's one of the few baseline drives she's had in this game. But good things happen for the Sky when she does that. DeShields, the jumper, no good, and Dantas clears the rebound. Danielle Robinson on the push, off the foul screen, pops on a jumper, hits. A 10-point advantage for the Lynx. It's their largest of the game. Gabby Williams circles off the Dolson screen. That pass deflected. Sylvia Fowles comes away with it. Odyssey Sims crosses over on Vandersloot. In traffic, difficult shot she couldn't hit. Vandersloot comes back the other way. James Wade saying, go, go. DeShields, left side three on the way. Missed it long. Rebound, Dolson. 3 defenders on her, does the wise thing. Kicks out. Vandersloot off to Williams. The 3 ball no good. But the Sky got a couple of cracks at that on that last possession. Still a 10-point Lynx lead. Sims off a staggered screen. Now Danielle Robinson. Collier flips it back to Robinson. Shot clock is down to 8. Robinson inside looking for fouls, and I believe they're going to call an offensive foul against Sylvia Fowles. And that'll be her 4th. The officials kind of looked around and didn't make an immediate decision, although Roy Gobain came in. He was the official furthest away from the play. And he called it right away. So Fowles will take a seat, and Jessica Shepard is in. Now Shepard has a couple of fouls herself. Vandersloot front court. Here's DeShields, baseline drive, runs into Shepard, couldn't finish over her, but an offensive rebound. Sky again will get another opportunity at it. Dolson. DeShields with it up top against Danielle Robinson. Left-handed dribble into the paint, off the Dolson. Baseline jumper, no. And we got a loose ball foul. It's going to go against Gentel Lavender. That's the 3rd on Lavender. She's having a hard time believing that call. 6.5 left to go in the 3rd. 10-point Lynx lead, 54-44. Here's Sims to the top of the key. Bounce pass to Dantas, driving. Layup is good. She fought through the contact. So it'll be an and 1 for the Brazilian, Damiris Dantas. Dantas fighting through the contact there of Dolson. Dolson probably made an ill-advised trying to reach out there. Better to go straight up and try to get that verticality and defend her that way than reaching in. Free throw no good. And into the front court, Courtney Vandersloot calls a timeout for her head coach, James Wade. So the Lynx now up by a dozen here, approaching the midway point of the 3rd. 56-44. They have shot the ball well, up to 45% for the game. Lynx on a 10-4 run here in the opening 3 minutes and 43 seconds of this 3rd quarter. So over the last almost 14 minutes now, they've outscored the Chicago Sky 34-20. They have their largest lead of the game, up by 12. Allie Quigley now with it. Here's Lavender going inside. And Parker is bottled up out to Vandersloot. The jumper no, Dantas the rebound. Sims on the push on a 2-on-1. Bounce pass Robinson, layup is good. On a mission in transition, the Lynx now up by 4 here, 58-44. The Sky are just 1 of 9 shooting here in the second half. Lavender trying to go to work inside. Drop step to the baseline, gets around Shepard, missed the shot. Offensive rebound, Lavender puts it back up and in. Sky get a much needed bucket here. They pulled it within 12 with 5:30 left to go in the 3rd quarter. One other game in the WNBA right now. Connecticut leads Washington 80-63. Inside, Collier got free. James Wade is furious that was a push-off on Collier. 60-46. Quigley trying to get free off the Parker screen. Back up top. Vandersloot gives it back to Lavender. Deep 2 on the way is off the heel. No. Nice offensive rebound for Katie Lou Samuelson. She pulls it down, and a whistle stops play and a foul against the Lynx. $16 fouls against the Sky, 9 against the Lynx. And again, a 22-6 advantage in free throws attempted for Minnesota. Inbound Vandersloot, she's left alone. She'll pop on a 3, Missed it a little bit long. Rebound ripped down by Shepard. Shepard looking to hit ahead. Vandersloot read that. Vandersloot zips it inside. Lavender missed the layup. Boy, she took a lot of contact. No call. 14-point Lynx lead, and they've got possession here. And Chicago started the game red hot. In the opening quarter, hit 56% of their shots. They're down to 39% for the game, and Collier just eating them up inside. 19 points for the rookie out of Connecticut, Napheesa Collier. 4:20 left to go, third quarter. Here's Vandersloot weaving her way into the paint. Gets to the rim, couldn't finish. It came up short. Dantas clears the rebound. Here's Danielle Robinson on the push. Steps through, lefty layup, got it. 64-46. This one's slipping away for the Sky. Quigley trying to find some space. She'll fire on a three. That rims off. And Dantas could not collect the rebound, but it goes out of bounds off Gentel Lavender. Stu Indoor will check in as Lavender takes a seat. So Indoor seeing her first action of the night. She'll be up front with Cheyenne Parker. Katie Lou Samuelson. And Quigley out there as well as Chloe Jackson. They have a whistle and a foul against the Lynx. You know, a big part of Chicago's struggles last year was the poor start they got off to. They're trying to avoid what they did last year, going 3-9 to start the year. When you only play 34 games in a regular season, you fall 6 games under 500 through 12 games. Tough to work your way out of that type of hole. They went a respectable 10-12 the rest of the way and just missed the postseason by 2 games. Now, the good news for Chicago is that 6 of their first 10 games of the season are at home. And really, after this one, 5 of their next 9. Offensive rebound by Collier, off the missed free throw, and a whistle stops play. This will be a foul against Chicago once again. Chicago will get their home part of their schedule underway on Saturday, a week from today, at home against Seattle, who had a nice come-from-behind win. Surprising, without Sue Bird and without Breanna Stewart, last year's MVP. They rallied from 14 down to beat the Diana Taurasi-less Phoenix Mercury by 9. Shepard hits the first free throw. And the second one as well. Wow, 28 free throw attempts for the Lynx, only 6 for Chicago. Quigley off to Parker, got the off arm up. That hit Damiris Dantas up in the head. The officials let that one go. Gabby Williams, a baseline drive, corner 3 on the way is good for Chloe Jackson. 5'8" guard out of Baylor. (67-48). There's Collier inside, gets around Gabby Williams, another whistle and a foul. More free throws coming here for the Lynx. This one is going to go against Gabby Williams. Chomping on that math guard, a la Steph Curry. There's Collier to the free throw line. 6 of 9 at the stripe tonight, make it 7 of 10. Collier finished up her career in Storrs, Connecticut, one of 5 Huskies all time to finish with over 2,000 points and 1,000 rebounds. Pretty select list. Maya Moore, Rebecca Loba, Breanna Stewart, and Tina Charles. And Napheesa Collier. Here's Gabby Williams. Frees herself, the 18-footer short. Odyssey Sims on the push. Sims weaving her way between defenders. Still able to maintain the dribble. Now Lexi Brown, left angle 3. That's no good. Good rebound there by Parker. She boxed out Dantas nicely and was able to draw the contact. So the Sky will have possession here with 2:37 left to go in the third. 69-48. Lynx have led by as many as 21. Sky's largest lead in that first half was 4. Two and a half to go here in the third. Jackson looking for some help. Gets the Parker screen. Out to Ndor. One dribble, pull-up jumper is good. Astu Ndor, now in her 4th year out of Senegal. She is from Dakar, Senegal. And the team that plays on this floor during the winter months, the Minnesota Timberwolves, have a player by the name of Gorky Jang, who is also from Senegal. Diamond DeShields back in. Dantas takes a seat. And Elena Coates has checked in for the first time. Off balance, Robinson tried to fire it up to the rim. It came up short. Chicago on the push. Gabby Williams inside, throws it away. Lexi Brown was in the right place at the right time there. That ball hit her right in the midsection. Or would have had she not had her hands right there. 69-50, up by 19. And Brown a little loose with the handle there, and it's picked off. Here comes Jackson back the other way. DeShields, a drive. And a shot partially blocked by Shepard. Then hit the underside of the backboard. DeShields 0 for 4 shooting. Robinson manning the offense here. And another whistle and a foul. This one will go against Ndor. That'll be free throws for Elena Coates, who was a member of the Chicago Sky. The Lynx made a deal for her for a 3rd-round pick. And Coates, who was the former number 2 pick by Chicago in 2017. Now in her 2nd year out of South Carolina. She is from Irmo, South Carolina. Spent 4 years at South Carolina with that title in 2017. She gets the first free throw to drop. Played 11 minutes a game last year for the Sky. 3 points, 3 rebounds. She'll provide some depth behind Sylvia Fowles this season. Elena Coates, her uncle is Ben Coates, the former NFL tight end, longtime member of the New England Patriots. Missed second free throw, but another offensive rebound for the Lynx. And they are up to double-digit offensive rebound. Shepard inside, driving layup, no. Offensive rebound. Coates couldn't put it back up and in. Shepard with another one on the offensive glass. And Lexi Brown throws it away. Nope, that ball got deflected. Robinson struggling to get it in here. Finally does to Shepard. Baseline drive. D-Rob gets it swatted out of bounds. Cheyenne Parker with the block. She averaged one of those a game last year. In her 5th year, put up some good numbers last year. 10 points, 6 rebounds, a block. 53% shooting for Cheyenne Parker. Shot clock down to 4. Lexi Brown fires away left side. That's off the mark. And Gabby Williams with a rebound. Under a minute to go here, 3rd quarter. Chloe Jackson does not use the screen. Stops at the elbow. Back out. Parker will give it right back to Jackson. Gabby Williams, baseline drive layup. It rolled out. Gabby Williams right at the right spot for the offensive rebound. Boy, the point blank putback. She missed it. Lynx by 20. 3-second differential, game clock, shot clock. Robinson trying to free herself of DeShields. Around the screen by Coates. 5 to shoot here. Collier now with it. Left-handed dribble. Spin move up with the jumper. It's going to be offline. Rebound. Out of bounds. Which way will this go? Chicago. Sky will take possession with 1.7 left. DeShields will trigger in here, and The Sky will not even attempt a shot. So through 3 quarters, the Lynx have taken control of this one, up 70-50. And Napheesa Collier, the rookie out of UConn, has been impressive. She's getting it done outside. She gets it done inside. She's also gotten to the free throw line 11 times. May have gotten away with a push-off there, but the Lynx in control, up by 20. Head coach Cheryl Reeves, Shelly Patterson, Walt Hopkins, her coaching assistants. They've enjoyed the way their team has played the last 2 quarters. The Lynx are outscoring the Sky 48-26, nearly doubling them up. Lynx have the ball to begin the 4th, up by 20, 70-50. Odyssey Sims, nice hesitation move, lefty layup, that rolls off. Fouls, offensive rebound, put back, yes. 14 offensive rebounds, 15 second chance points. Not only the Lynx a good offensive rebounding team, but Chicago is, we mentioned right off the top, a very poor defensive rebounding team. DeShields misses the 3 left corner. Sky started the game 3 of 4 from beyond the arc. They're now 0 for their last 8 from deep. The Sky also started the game in the opening quarter hitting 10 of 18 shots, 56%. They are 11 for their last 40 since. That works out to 27%. Danielle Robinson, 3 ball with the shot clock winding down. No, Shepard with the offensive rebound. 15 offensive rebounds. Collier left side 3. Bingo! Napheesa Collier. That's her second 3 of the night. She's hit 7 of 9 shots, 24 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 blocks for Napheesa Collier. Oh, and she's been a plus 23 in her 26 minutes on the floor. The only better plus-minus is her teammate Odyssey Sims, who despite shooting 3 of 9 for 9 points, has a plus 25 in 23 minutes of play. That last foul called against Odyssey Sims. Here's DeShields, right-handed dribble drive. Nice hang, couldn't finish off the window too strong. And Collier breaks some pressure at midcourt. Danielle Robinson against Courtney Vandersloot up top. Kick ball there. Kalia Copper is set to check in. 75-50. Up by 25 are the Lynx. I mentioned Chicago struggled in the preseason 0-2. Lost at home by 11 to the Fever. Lost by 11 on the road to the Indiana Fever. Drive baseline and a foul will be called. It'll go against the Sky. It looks like Danielle Robinson will end up at the free throw line for 2 shots. Free throw attempts 31 and 32 for Minnesota tonight. And the Lynx have opened up a advantage in the, in the paint, 36-20, plus 16 in the paint, and 18-2 edge in second chance points. And the fast break points where James Wade really wanted his team to excel, push the pace. This has been even in that category, 8 each. Gabby Williams a drive, kick to the corner, DeShields off to Vandersloot, right back to Shields. Baseline drive, open is Gabby Williams, gonna miss that 3 well long. 9 straight misses beyond the arc. Back the other way, Sims lost the handle. Quigley comes away with it, now Vandersloot. Shuffles it off to Williams, read perfectly by Danielle Robinson. Robinson crashes into Parker, ball squirts free, Odyssey Sims, driving layup, missed it. And Vandersloot comes back the other way. Here's Copper, wing right, good bounce pass inside. Finish by Parker, no, but she drew the foul. Napheesa Collier will pick it up. Cheyenne Parker come away with it. You know, Parker got, hit right in the, Danielle Robinson kind of rolled into her leg there. And Parker was kind of shaking out that leg a little bit. And she knocks down the first free throw. Big preseason for Cheyenne Parker. Shot the ball nearly 50%, averaged 14 a game. Played her college ball at Middle Tennessee State. Was there for 1 year. That's where James Wade spent some time. He was at Middle Tennessee State before moving on and playing at Chattanooga State and then Kennesaw State. Driving layup good for Odyssey Sims. 2 more in the paint for the Lynx. They're up by 27. Parker on the perimeter. Holds. Now Vandersloot. Quigley will now feed it to Parker. Right back to Quigley. Bounce pass to Parker, spins. Can he get the layup? She does, right by Sylvia Fowles. Nicely done. 79-54. Jessica Shepard got tripped up, still able to make the pass to Odyssey Sims. Sims goes crashing into the paint. Is that an offensive foul? It is. Sims a little slow in getting up. You know, that's a big-time collision right there. But that's not an offensive foul. I would argue that the defender did not get there in time. I think oftentimes, you know, as fans or even the officials to this extent, they get caught up in the collision and how hard it was. Yeah, it was a big collision. But I think that replay showed the defender was not there in time. And I couldn't see who it was, if it was Parker or Gabby Williams. But they drew the foul and they got the whistle. 79-54. 25-point Lynx lead with 6+ left to play. Danielle Robinson off the foul screen. Back to Sylvia. Back out Robinson, 3-ball, offline. And Sky will bring it up here. All the way inside to the bucket. Left-handed layup is in. And that is Collier Copper. Five and a half to go here. They got Lexi Brown on a foul, and that'll take us to a timeout. Sylvia Fowles doing what she does, a double-double, 16 points, 10 rebounds in this game. She attacks Dolson inside here. Lynx on cruise control, up by 23.
Make way for what's next. Make way for a new season. Make way for our league in a new home. Indiana, Connecticut, Tuesday at 7 on CBS Sports Network.
The Lynx 13-7 all time on opening nights, including 10-3 on the home floor. And with 5.5 to go, they're looking to go 11-3 in season openers at home. They lead 79-56. Chicago with the ball. Vandersloot lob inside. Making the catch there. And this basket is not going to count. Lexi Brown picks up the foul. Chantel Lavender, who sealed her off nicely. Sideline out of bounds here for the Sky. They'll have a week before preparing for Seattle coming up next Saturday at home. 5 on the shot clock. Quigley trying to make something happen. Fires on a 3, and there's the 9th straight miss from beyond the arc for Chicago. Open inside, Lavender. Vandersloot able to hit her for her 8th assist of the game. Vandersloot had 7 of those 8 assists in the first half. That's her first assist since halftime. Jessica Shepard bounces one right at the ankles of Lexi Brown. It goes right past her and out of bounds. 18 turnovers on the Lynx. That does not make Cheryl Reeve too happy. Chicago's done one nice thing in the second half. It's cut down to their turnovers. They had 11 in the first half. They have 3 in the second half. Bounce pass inside, and that's easily picked off by Napheesa Collier. I guess I spoke too soon. 15 turnovers total now for Chicago. Lynx. So both these teams, their next game will come against Seattle. Lynx will be home to Seattle as Collier fires a three and hits. My goodness, does she look comfortable in her WNBA debut. 27 points for Napheesa Collier. She's hit 8 of 10 shots, 3 of 4 from deep, 8 of 11 at the free throw line. Inside looking for Lavender, and a whistle stops play. And we're going to go kick ball, Tommy Maurer says. Katie Lou Samuelson in. Samuelson's only taken 1 shot in her debut. She has played 13 minutes off the bench. There's Chloe Jackson off the Gabby Williams screen. Got airborne. The ball got deflected and ends up in the hands of Lexi Brown. So 3:40 left to go in this one. The Lynx up by 24 and with possession here. Lexi Brown off the Dantas screen, down the lane. Shepard moves it up top. Collier with the dribble drive. Back to Dantas. Still 5 to shoot. And we've got a 3-second violation. Oh, they call it against the Lynx. Gabby Williams was not happy initially. She thought it was called against her. And Tommy Maurer finally said, not you, her. Gabby Williams said, okay, sorry, Tommy. 3:20 left to go in this one. Williams working against Jessica Shepard. Copper, Samuelson. There's Williams looking to make something happen. Tough drive and a finish over Shepard. Nicely done. Gabby Williams into double figures with 11. She is the leading scorer for the Sky in this game. Allie Quigley has 10. 3 on the right side is good for Lexi Brown. You know, all of Quigley's 10 points came in the first half of play. It has been a real struggle in the second half for the Chicago Sky. And really it goes back to the start of the second quarter. Those middle 2 quarters dominated by the Lynx. They outscored the Sky by 22. 48-26. Time out of the floor, 2:40 left to go in this one. 85-60, it's the Lynx who lead by 25 in their season opener. Welcome back to Minneapolis. Napheesa Collier, she's been the story here tonight in her WNBA debut. 27 points, 6 rebounds. Also was credited with 3 blocks and 2 steals. It'll be Lynx basketball here. Check that, Sky basketball. 85-62. Up by 23. And Collier with a plus 28 in her 33 minutes of play tonight. Collier, the 6th overall pick by the Lynx this past summer. Whistle stops play. Stephanie Talbot is out there. Xiao Ting is out there. Lexi Brown, Elena Coates, and Jessica Shepard. Katie Lou Samuelson. She'll attempt her first free throw of her WNBA career. Samuelson last year with Connecticut, 19 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists. Knocks down a pair. 85-64. Xiao Ting, inside no. Offensive rebound, Coates, put back, yes. Jackson around the screen by Williams, tried to drop it back to Gabby. It got picked off. Lexi Brown with it. Brown will do the wise thing and eat some clock here. Stephanie Talbot. Now Coates again, stops, able to drag that pivot foot just enough without moving it. And the shot inside, no, but another offensive rebound for the Lynx. 16 offensive rebounds. That jumper wouldn't drop, and the Sky possess it with under 90 seconds left to play. There's Jackson backdoor. Nice feed by Gabby Williams. A nice finish by Chloe Jackson. And a foul off the inbound. Copper commits it. So I mentioned both teams facing Seattle in their next game. The Lynx and the Storm coming up on Wednesday. That's a game we'll have for you right here on CBS Sports Network coming up on Wednesday night. That'll be an 8 o'clock Eastern tip time. Hope you can join us for that. And again, the first of 40 WNBA games on CBS Sports Network throughout the regular season. Here's Talbot cutting down the lane. There's nobody home protecting the rim. 89-66. And we've got a whistle on Xiao Ting on the perimeter, trying to stick with Chloe Jackson. That's not easy to do. I mentioned Chloe Jackson with those 2 clutch shots last year in the title game, including the game winner as Baylor knocked off Notre Dame. Yeah, 1 out of 2 for Chloe Jackson. James Wade will lose his coaching debut here against his former team, or one of his former teams. He spent 5 years as an assistant with Dan Hughes in San Antonio. Drive by Copper, draws the foul. She'll go to the free throw line for 2. But the Sky have a good one in James Wade. Been around him in Minnesota for the last couple of years. He helped lead the Lynx to the title in 2017. Well respected by the Lynx players the last couple of seasons. He's a busy man too, still as an assistant coach overseas in Russia. In fact, he led the Sky draft from Hungary. The middle of the night in Hungary, where his Ekaterinburg team was playing in Hungary. And he had a whole computer set up, multiple screens, multiple phone lines, running the draft from Hungary. And Copper able to drive and finish off the window, plus a foul. And the Sky, who have trailed by as many as 27 in this one, they will make the final score a little more respectable. James is stalking the sidelines, wondering why that foul call couldn't have come a little bit earlier in the game. Free throw good, 89-71. The Lynx faithful will come to their feet here. And as I mentioned, it's a new look Minnesota Lynx squad with the results, at least after one game, very familiar here in Minnesota. Solid effort for the Lynx. They go to 1-0 on the season. The Sky drop to 0-1. Stay with us. We're not done yet. We'll talk to Napheesa Collier coming up next on CBS Sports Network.